The story of Battlefield Heroes is a story about a game who fulfilled millions with joy, happiness and love. But as time went on, the same did the community, but in the opposite direction. And what seemed booming for 4 years is now only to be found in our memory. So what happened? Why did millions leave? What are Valorant coins? And why do I believe that this game could be the next contender to take over the gaming world? So what is Battlefield Heroes even? Battlefield Heroes is a third-person shooter that got released in 2009 by EA. The game was free and one of the first games in this new concept by EA called Play for Free. The game followed the normal rules of the franchise, but you had to pick a hero, and he could either be from the Nationals or the Royals. Heroes stood out from any other games on the market for its vibrant colors, cartoony graphics, and crazy skin and emotes. The game didn't hold back. It had crazy skins such as skeletons, headless people, werewolves, and allowed a crazy amount of customization of your character. Probably in order to create a bigger and broader community with more focus on the children of the gaming industry, which is why I got introduced to the game in the first place. It's the year 2013. We had outlived the Mayan calendar, and now people would either spend their time listening to Macklemore or do this weird new trend called Harlem Shake. I was 11 at the time, and I had a lot of free time on my hands, which I would either use on watching Avatar for the 5th time, or watch clips from America's Funniest Home Videos I had found on my dad's Facebook timeline.
Fuck you, faggot.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
One day, my dad showed me this new game he had found, called Battlefield Heroes. The game was new at that point. It had been out for 4 years, but we decided to boot up the game anyways. And as the game began, I was instantly intrigued. The colors, the game, it was fun and easy to pick up. And after a couple of hours, I was already hooked. A euphoric feeling of happiness rushed through me, and for the next couple of months, Heroes would be the only thing on my mind. But what once seemed to be a game that fulfilled me with joy and happiness would soon be changed to anger and frustration. In 2009, the game was in dire need of money. They made little to no earnings on the game, and the GameStop stocks and Dogecoins were only decreasing in value. So EA knew they had to make some drastic changes, and so they did. And from one update to the other, the prices on everything rose, clothing skyrocketed, and the same for the guns and emotes. A traditional EA move by its finest. And if you bought a gun now, it would only last you 3 days. And what I mean by that is that you could only loan a gun for a couple of days, and then you had to pay the same amount to loan the gun for 3 more days. So it prevented the scenario of only one gun being used in the game at all times. But it also made it even more difficult to be a freebie, and if you want to stay on top of your game and the leaderboards, then you'd have to pull out the purse and buy the battle funds needed. And thus, EA's economy grew, and all the earnings went right back into the AMC stocks. The updates kept coming, and the same did it with new guns, but to the extent that the casual gamer couldn't keep up with the Valor coins any longer. But luckily the game had a new feature, not seen in many games at the time: skilled matchmaking. So for the worst players it wouldn't be too much of a problem with the pay to win method, but as you slowly progressed, the same did the amount of money spenders. And from there on, I would just get lasered down in every game. So I did the logical thing that thousands to millions had done before me. I sat my Capricant down and left Heroes for good.
You know, I would love people saying, "Oh,
Heroes.
come back." I would love to see
Heroes.
come back and try to exist in the landscape today. Like the content that he was making would never fly
in gaming
today, and you have to adapt and overcome the fact that like you can't even
pay to win,
bro. Like I don't know. I'd like to see him try to make a comeback.
Battlefield Heroes has a massive potential. The vibrant colors and the crazy skin and emotes. Those features are exactly what we're seeing dominating in the industry today. If Heroes enters the scene again, gets rid of pay to win, and up their graphics to today's standard, it will stand out. It's not just a rip-off of Fortnite. Heroes may have been one of the games who inspired them at first, and now it's just EA's turn to realize the potential of the game, because Apex Legends didn't last long at the tippity top. And although Heroes' longevity could have been longer, I believe this is a chance they should take. The longevity of Heroes didn't last long, because of how far ahead of the curve they were. That's why it never reached the heights of Fortnite. The gaming industry was simply not ready yet. And from 2009 to 14 were the golden days for games such as COD, and massive games like Skyrim and GTA 5. And I surmise the market wasn't really looking for the eye-catching colors as they are today. I'd like to believe that Heroes was ahead of the curve, but never reached the main road they were looking for. And therefore, on July 14th, 2015, the servers of Battlefield Heroes were closed. Or so I thought, because while I was doing some research for the video, I found out that Heroes is actually still playable today. And not only on Y8, but there is a free recreation of the game of a group called Rising Hub, who is diehard fans of the game who didn't want to see the game die. So at last I thought I would jump into a game and see what it's like today. Yeah, my PC doesn't even run Tetris. It can't, it just can't. But please, I encourage you, go take a look for yourself. Maybe this game is the game for you.